Hey guys, DJ Briggs here, back for another LEGO video, and today I have a review on a LEGO Marvels 2021 set. It is based off of Shang Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. It is Battle at the Ancient Village. It comes with 400 pieces. It's set number 76177. It's recommended for building ages 8 and up, and costs $40 here in the United States. And it just entirely focuses on a nice dragon build here that we'll get into in a minute. But let's start, as always, taking a look at the minifigures. So going over the first figure, we're kind of going to breeze through this one. It's Shang Chi. It's the same as the other side I've taken a look at, so if you want to know my full thoughts on this figure, go watch it after this video. But going over him briefly here, he does come with a staff this time in dark brown, just plain. He's got a nice torso print, nice back printing to that too, no leg print, and truth be told, I don't think he really needs it. And then he's just got that normal tousled hair that got introduced a while back. And then for his head, you got the Kaz head from the Star Wars line reused here. It's not bad head reuse, considering that they probably didn't have the rights to use the actor's likeness. But it is unfortunate representing a character like this. Likewise, with Wenwu here, we're going to breeze right through him as well, because he's pretty much the exact same as that previous set I took a look at. For an accessory here, he does come with the rings here, and they do have this really cool build where they use those new display action stands from the superhero CMF, and they kind of alternate them in between the rings just to kind of make it look like they're floating and they're in action, which is really cool. I really dig that. Torso print is very nice. Leg print actually is really nice too. Nice to see that he got it, and the back torso print is really nice too. For his face, they do reuse that Bruce Wayne Loki head that we've been seeing since 2012, which, you know, like Shang-Chi, is unfortunate, but I do understand the reuse here. They might not have had, once again, they might not have had the actor likeness rights, so they went with the best they could, and again, unfortunate for this. And last of the figures we've already taken a look at before, we have Morris here again. It's the exact same as the other set. It's just really nicely molded, no printing or anything, just really nice intricate details, especially up here on the wings for that molding. But and so next figure we're going to take a look at is Ji Ling. It's very nice figure. You got no printing on the legs here, no accessories. You do have this really nice torso print on our torso here. It's really nicely done, really nicely textured. I don't know if my camera can pick it up, but there we go. It's kind of got this silvery shimmery sheen to it if the light hits it right. You do get that standard bowl cut hairpiece with her, which is nice. And then her head is Tonks' head from the Harry Potter line, just reused here. Like I said already with Shang and the Mandarin, they probably didn't have the actor set or the rights to use the actress's likeness, so we just get a head reuse here, which is fine by me. But and the last figure we're going to take a look at here is a Death Dealer. For accessories, he's got two size and a dark metal gray. Really nice torso printing there. Unfortunately, it doesn't extend to the legs, which it really should have, considering the costume detail for this in the movie. But you also got some nice back torso printing detailing with the little daggers printed into there. The head is really well represented here. Though the white on the mask there, not opaque enough on my version. And then instead of having the actual ponytail piece that Lego has for this, they opted to print the ponytail on the back of the head, which doesn't really look that great in my opinion. It doesn't really help make this figure look like the character, but that is pretty much a disappointment there, but that does it for looking at the figures. Let's look at the actual build of the set. So looking at the main build of the set, you don't get an actual village, despite the name of the set being that. What we do get is we get this nice, very nicely constructed dragon here on this nice little water stand, and that stand is there for a reason. I'm going to just spoil this right now. This stand is fairly nicely built. You do get a nice little technical to connect the dragon to, and it is nicely built up. You do get water effects shooting out on either side, just for effect and for another purpose. But the other thing here is this dragon has a Technic piece that connects to the stand, and that is for good reason. This thing cannot stand on its own without being plugged into this base. You can't really play with it or pose it, kind of lunging at stuff, unless it's on this base, which is very very disappointing to me. But getting back into these water effects, you can place two figures on here. So let's just take the Mandarin and Shang Chi himself and place them on here, and you can kind of make it look like they're doing battle along the dragon there, which is a nice little play feature. Not really that exciting, but you can do that if you want to. But looking at this the rest of this dragon proper, you got a very nice red, white, and this aqua blue color scheme, which looks really nice. Lego did a really good job at keeping each color within their own grounds. They did also use it sparingly. They did also put some red in here, some bright red, to counteract with the dark red, which I think helps make this thing look really nice and really thorough. You do have a lot of stickers on this thing that just repeat all over this dragon here. So pretty much on the top side of it, you get a sticker there, and the eyes here are this really nice shimmery blue plastic that got introduced with the dots line. Those are printed. And then you get a sticker behind the neck here, sticker like that, and one sticker on the slope, and those two types of stickers are just repeated all throughout the back spine of this thing. So, and there highlights another problem with this thing is if you hold it from the wrong angles, this thing tends to break really easily. So that's another knock against the set, I have to say. Which is really unfortunate. But and then on the back of the tail here, you do get a couple stickers also, and different stickers from the other ones. And then all throughout the underside of this thing, you do get these stickers here alternating all the way back up to the head of that sticker there, and then just a couple stickers right there just alternating all throughout the spine here, which is really interesting. But getting into the nitty-gritty of the build, yeah, it's pretty repetitive, and some of it doesn't really want to stick together here. Pretty much this section right here, because it's not built like this one. I really feel like if they put the same build on this side, this wouldn't break apart as easily. And it is a fair bit of a repetitive build, but if you built any of the Ninjago dragons here, it pretty much is the exact same. So of repetitiveness, so you got that going. And going into the tail here, you do get a nice amount of these new fin tendril pieces in dark red, and you can kind of flay them out and pose them however you want. The central one pretty much stays where it is, but you can pretty much put those however you want, to display them however you want. You do get a ball joint here at the base of the tail and a ball joint at the top, so you can pretty much pose this however you want. And then you get a ratchet joint attached to the main body here, which can go any way you want. You can even twist and turn it, which again, really nice posability if this thing could actually stand off its stand. And but here it's just, you can pose it on the stand to make it look a little bit meaner. You got legs here, and they're pretty much the same on all sides of this thing. They just alternate between whatever side the dragon's on. It's pretty much you get a ball joint to move it there, and then at the base you got a nice little ball joint for the feet, which the feet have these articulating claw pieces, and then you get like this one little hangnail looking one on it, so you can pretty much pose that however you want, which is nice. And then again, right here you get a double ratchet joint, which helps keep the head stable. But again, you have to watch out for where that thing is connected. You do get some nice shaping up here towards going up the neck. Like I said, you get alternating stickers here with repeating. And then up here at the neck, you do get a ratchet joint, which helps the head move any which way you want, but can't really come forward that much because it's limited by that one piece there. And then you got the double ball joints at the other base of the neck here, which it kind of falls under its own weight sometimes. So no matter how much you pull. And then we're going to take a look at the head before it breaks on me again. You do get a ball joint up here at the top of the neck, so you can look up and down. Pretty much pretty standard. The mouth can open and close really nicely. You do have this nice power blast effect coming out of the mouth, utilizing some nice pieces. The head is pretty nicely built too. Again, using all those smatterings of color throughout the rest of the build. You do have a nice sticker on the top of the forehead there, matching the rest of them. You do have a nice printed eye, as I mentioned here. You do have a nice part usage of the diver flipper being used as an accent here. You do have some more of those feathery tendrils back here utilized, and the outer two are posable, but the inner two are kind of just all bunched together to kind of create a little nice design. You do have some gray here for some different types of horns, but entirely. I do think Lego did a good job. It's just little front heavy if you get it at certain angles, but again, it does have its issues with the build, I found. So looking at the extra pieces for the set, you do get pretty smattering of pretty nice parts to get extras of, and then some pretty standard ones like Technics and studs. You do get an extra one of these red fin tendril pieces. You do get the stern horn pieces in both colors. You do get one extra of each. You do get extras of the unused power blast effects if you so choose to use them during play, which is nice. You do get an extra sai, an extra one of those stand pieces that got introduced in the last year. You do get a couple extra of the ring pieces. And then above all, you do get a nice extra piece for that printed eye as an extra. So that does it for the extra piece. Looking at the instructions, it's one solid booklet. From the cover, of course, is just the box art minus a lot of the stuff. You do have that QR code in the corner. I had to scan it in the instructions app if you want to build using a tablet or something. You do get information on that on this front page, as well as letting you know to build it one bag at a time, as it is one of those sets where you do build it bag by bag, which helps it go by a lot easier whenever they do that. But this does have 71 pages of building here, and then the back of the instructions just has cross cells for all the winter wave of Marvel, Avengers, and Spider-Man sets. You got the Max, and then you got the Spider-Man sets, and then you just got the parts inventory if you need it. And then on the back you got the product feedback thing with pirates pointing at this time, but that does it for the so taking a look at the box, it's that standard $40 price pointed box, staying upright. You do got that same general aesthetic of the other Shang Chi set that we looked at, where you got the Lego logo up with movie logo there. You got artist rendering of Shang Chi himself. You got a nice little product shot of the set in action with a little village in the background. I suppose that's to actually justify the name of the set. You got this minifigures on the bottom there, along with that crest down there. You got Shang Chi himself sporting the actual size reference. On the side of the box, you got that nice little Legofication of that render on the front of the box. And then on the back of the box, you just have a nice little product shot of the set in action in a different way. The Shang-Chi logo in the back there. I do like how they had used like the sun right there to cover up that peg point, just to make it look like you can actually detach this thing from the base and play with it that way. But so going over my final thoughts with the build for this thing, I highlighted several very big issues I found with it. Number one, some of the dragon just does not want to stay together. There's stability issues, posability issues where the joints kind of give out on themselves. On top of that, you can't really display this dragon or play with it when it's not attached to the base, because you have to have that base there. Just to pose this thing, it cannot support its own weight on those little hands that it's got. So I think that is a massive missed opportunity. I think that Lego should have skipped on the little display base thing and used those parts just to beef up the dragon. I think that would have been much more preferable. And minifigure wise, only issue I have is Death Dealer big missed opportunity not putting that ponytail as an actual piece instead of just putting it on its head. Quality, again, Death Dealer's face there. The opacity on his head print, not really that good. And a price, $40 for this thing in the United States. Yeah, it does feel like a $40 set, but with all my issues lined out, I don't recommend getting this thing at full price. I think if you can wait for a sale, wait for a sale. This thing strikes me as more of like a $35 set. So that does it for my thoughts on the set, and it gets a 7 out of 10 from me. Let me know what you guys think, as always, in the comments below, what you think about this set, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time.